Hello, it's Sunday and it's time to shop my stash. Thank you for tuning in to Accessorize Your Life, and I am Julia. So as you know, I started this last Sunday and now we're into the second Shop My Stash video for the new year, and I let the computer randomly select the palette and makeup that I will be using for the week. So I just at this point want to review what I was using for the past week and give you my thoughts on them. Let's start off where we started off last week, and that is with this Urban Decay Light Beam palette. I wish I could say that after using it, you know, I'm liking it and it went well for me. No, not the case at all. This palette is not a standalone palette for me. There is no matte color in here that suffices my skin tone, so it is something that is basically a topper, and even at that I felt like each of these colors looked washed out on me at the very best, or at the very least they were just a topper or a shimmer, and it's not something I want. So this will be decluttered, as it was on its way to being before I did the inventory. It's going back in that pile, so I am going to delete it from my collection, pass it on to possibly my sister if she even wants it. The second palette is the 2019 It Girl Beauty Book or palette, and this is an all-inclusive, everything pretty much that you need to do a look. I did use it quite a bit, and I really tried to use the light beam too, but again, the only color that I could use as a transition shade or as a matte is this color here, and it is called Ember. It's that burgundy color, which I have on my eyes today. As a matter of fact, I'm using Ember, and I am using Flicker, and that's what I have on my eyes today. I don't know if you can see that. I was going to try the green on tomorrow or something just for the kick of it, but no, this is old. It is looking shabby. It's looking like it needs to be put out to rest, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. I am not going to declutter it. I am just going to have it as a reference as to previous books that I have purchased from It Cosmetics. So it will not be in my inventory. I'm taking it out. And so those two palettes and books, that book and that palette, are done. Okay, two other items I was using for this week past are from Tarte. One is the 360 Creaseless Concealer. This I was about to declutter, and it's probably old enough to declutter. I'm on the fence, but instead of using it on my lower eyelid where I am very oily, this did nothing for that. So I knew I was not going to continue to use it there. I thought, why not put it in my crease and above where I am drier, so more specifically here under my eyebrows. This work as a nice yet mildly emollient for that area. It gives me a little moisture and it makes the shadows go on a little easier. That is a perfect place for it. My question is, should I keep it? Isn't it too old? So I'm just going to try to look back in my records and see. I haven't purchased this kind of thing from Tarte for a long time. And then the concealer here, this is the I know it, but I don't know it. Let's see. This is the Shape Tape. It had a crust around the top here, all around, showing me that it's way old. It's nice. I used it, but it really doesn't do anything to correct the color under here, under my eyes at all. I find that I need to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange and then put this over it. I've done that before with other concealers, but I just think this one is just too old. So I think actually the both of these need to go. They will be decluttered out of here. Another thing that I am on the fence about as I'm speaking about it is the Full Spectrum by CoverGirl, this matte foundation. I have it on now. I had no qualms with this foundation wearing it. The coverage is good enough. I like the feel of it on my skin. It doesn't dry me out at this time of the year. Even though it is a matte, I believe it is, it's just shine free foundation. Does it say, it says all day matte. Yes, it is a matte. It doesn't dry me out. I like the finish on it well enough. So like I said, I have no qualms. The only thing I am wondering is, how long have I had it? Hasn't it expired by now? I have no idea. So I need to look back at previous videos to see how old this is. I don't smell anything odd about it. No, it doesn't smell bad. So I guess I could keep it. But I have to look and see whether or not it's coming out of my collection as well. Now everything else I pulled worked reasonably well. I had no problems with the contour palette by Black Radiance. I dare say I didn't use it that much, but I did get some use out of it this week. Better than what it would have gotten used if it just sat in my makeup drawer. The NYX eyeshadow palette here, Sweet Cheeks, I used. I just ran my brush around the middle, used those colors, so no problem there. I even have on the Lip Bar bronzer and blush today. And I did get wear out of this Ofra highlighter here. So yeah, most of everything was used, as well as this blush. Really nice as well. I kind of did a combo, and even the blush in the It Girl beauty book I used. So I put to good use everything I pulled, even my It translucent powder, which I'm wearing today, and the Pat McGrath powder. I used it as well. So yeah, the only things that, there are 4 products that I think, I know, are leaving my collection, and the only one that I'm not sure about is the CoverGirl foundation, because I just don't know how old it is. And being that I have plenty of foundations, why keep one that is old? So that is my review on the products I used. I am liking this system as far as getting use of what I have, and being able to see what works for me. Excuse me. Felt like I had a frog in my throat. Excuse me. For being able to see what I have and get through it. So thank you for watching me do this. Thank you for for your comments from the last video, where you thought this was a good idea and thinking that my use of the computer to generate the palettes went well. Okay, so the next part of this video, I will select my products for the week through the computer, and that's it. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, it's later in the day, and I have had the opportunity to go to my spreadsheet and go through the inventory and allow the computer to choose the products for me to use this week. In foundation, it chose Mented for me, and I am in shade M20. That's like a medium deep, and I did swatch it on my hand, if you can see it. Very translucent kind of a cream foundation. And eyeshadow palette, ooh, I lucked up this time. ABH Jackie Aina palette. And I have several mattes to work from to create a look. Excited about that. And for a beauty book, I got It Girl, and this is the book from this past year, 2020. So there are a host of products for me to use in here. Translucent powder, bronzer, under eye, concealer, face concealer, blush, lips, and eyeshadows. I can even use this as a liner or brow not mascara, but brow pencil. So I don't need to pick a translucent powder. I don't think I did, because I found out with my last beauty book, there was so much in the book, I really didn't need some of the products. So I'm just going to do that there. Even though there's a blush, I did choose Bare Minerals and Equinox. I've had this for a long time, so we shall see how it works for me. You can kind of get the sense of the color there, kind of a rosy color. So we will see how that works out. And for its highlighter, I got Wet and Wild, and it's in the shade Crown of My Canopy. Crown of My Canopy. Very pretty, kind of a bronzy shade, golden bronze shade that I hope shows up on me. As far as concealer, I got the Absolute Concealer Click Pen Concealer in medium deep, number 10. As far as eye primer, I got Milani, the eyeshadow primer. And for a blush palette, I got BH Cosmetic Blushing in Bali. Good choices there. And for a contour palette, I got Morphe 8H. Really know how to mess that up. So there we are. And for a face primer, I got the e.l.f. Poreless. I got some really good choices. Products to use this time. Looking for that, forward to that. And for loose powder, I don't think I chose this, or the computer chose this the last time. Believe Beauty, and it is in medium deep. I think I had something else the last time. I could be wrong. If I find out that I had this the last time, I'll go back in and change it. And for compact powder, I have the Black Radiance pressed powder in Ebony. Now you may recall that this was in my Pan 20 for 2020. I have not brought you the results of my Pan 20 for 2020, but as you can see, this is a good indicator as to what happened with that Pan 20 in 2020. A lot of it just, I did pan it technically, but I was hoping I would use up a lot of things, which I did not. I may bring you that video, and I just may let it ride because I've inventoried everything and put it into my my spreadsheet there. So as far as bronzer, I have the Prime Beauty in Bronzeville, and this is what it looks like. I ordered this online and I didn't even see it. It's kind of a light color on me. And I think that's it. So, did it a little different this time. I didn't angle the camera at the computer. I just wanted to get through this because I have some other things to do. But I hope you get the gist of how this works. As far as my use of makeup this past week, I used the Urban Decay Light Beam palette 9 times. I used the Bitten blush 3 times. I used the It Girl Beauty book 5 times. I used the Lip Bar, which was a bronzer with a blush in it, 4 times. I used the NYX Sweet Cheek blush 3 times. I used the Black Radiance Contour 2 times, and the Ofra highlighter I used 2 times. I used the Tarte Clean Slate primer 6 times, and I used the Shape Tape by Tarte 6 times, and I used the CoverGirl foundation 9 times. So I got some good use out of those products. So I went through everything, I used everything, some more than others, but I am going to put them in the computer, and the next time I will be a little more thorough and more transparent so that you can see what the computer selected for me. But I have a feeling things are going to vary a little as to how I do this depending on the time, since I am uploading my Shop My Stash every week. Guys, thank you for watching, and look forward to me wearing some of these products with the next videos I bring you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.